This week on Hermitcraft.
Really?
Really?
What?
Nah.
Has our server been hacked or something?
Everybody gangster till Herobrine logs on. What is up, the world of the living? My name is LexP, and while you lot have been watching Minecon, I've been walking here to bring you this episode of Hermitcraft Recap. No big deal, the Hermitcraft panel I really wanted to see will be available here on YouTube anyway, so all of us who missed it will be able to watch. In the meantime, let me know your favorite features the developers promised on Minecon in the comments down below. I read all of them and even reply sometimes, because I like you guys, and I'm super grateful for what you did to this channel and my life. Really, as an editor, I rarely ever talk in the main show, so I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you very much. Hermitcraft Recap had a great run so far, and I'm looking forward to what it's gonna bring in the future. You changed our life for the better in more ways than you can ever imagine. But with that out of the way, it's 5 in the morning, Pixel Reefs is in Spain, there's 27 videos to cover, and I still need to edit this after I'm done. So let's hurry it up lest I fall asleep on you. Let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week.
Don't ask. Yeah.
Starting with TFC, because who better to start with than the literal most hermity hermit we got. This time, however, he's discovering the world he's been living in, like a groundhog on the first day of spring. Not judging, with all the Area 77 stuff going down lately, I too would hide away in a vault. And that's exactly where he's making his way this time, to Area 77, showcasing on the way the best of the Hermitville, Hermitland, Hippie Hideout, and the town of Fallswell.
Told me in the comments that this thing was actually not a mob farm.
Finally, reaching the facilities so longly built by Scar, he then trespasses the bejesus out of them. Luckily, this might not be as big of an offense as before, but let's discover that together with our hermits, and particularly the three we've last seen disappear into the Skyrim: Impulse SV, Grian, and Rendog. Turns out Todd Howard has not done it again after all, and the time machine the three stole back from the government only took them back to the alpha versions of Minecraft, because somebody forgot to put in a compass. This is quite unfortunate, as basically none of the blocks that the time machine is made out of even exist back in the alpha version of the game, so the gang had to Bear Grylls a new TARDIS from scrap, which is pretty Iron Man 1 of them. I approve.
There's no quartz in this game. There's no iron trapdoors. Nothing at all.
I need a new introduction too. Hello everybody and welcome to Hermitcraft season -14.
See, this is hilarious to me because a year ago the Hermits made an April Fool's server reset, when some of them played Alpha Minecraft while pretending to be incompetent on YouTube. And they called that one Season 7. And as far as I'm concerned, that's canon, so you can't even prove otherwise, because Season 6finity, baby!
Oh, the tingles are kicking in.
Oh gosh.
Here we go. Bye, Alpha!
Oh, man. That was a rough landing.
We want to open up the infinity Whoa.
Back to the timeline that matters, the hippies arrived just in time to witness Doc M and Scar open up the Area Kevin to the public visits. Turns out, the plan all along was to make it into a funny theme park, based around the infinity portal Doc M has been chipping away at the whole time.
What?
The place that can take you to your dreams, to anything you desire. Infinite possibilities.
Plot twist, the whole hippie thing was utterly pointless, but hey, hot take, it wasn't. If only because it proved that Grian should not be entrusted with time travel. And hey, it got him and Impulse close enough together for Impulse to sneak in the microwaved Frito into the gift redstone box. That's character development.
A gift? I just wanted to thank you for allowing me to be part of Hippie Team. Look at all these shulker boxes! No! Yeah, maybe I did miss. Yeah, maybe I did miss something. For your punishment, you must use a resource pack of my choosing for an entire episode.
Personally, I recommend the Villager mouth sounds resource pack by Element Animation. This, however, is not the end of the Area 711 shenanigans. After the opening ceremony, Scar and Doc M revealed that the park will be but a cover-up for the real freaky stuff, to hide it all in plain sight, as it were. In his video that's like half a recap of all things that happened and half the unseen content, Scar even reveals a whole lot of Iskall sticking out from under the bait door. Might be the Scar sprout going nuclear, might be just where they hold all the slime YouTubers. After a short squabble with rare Grian Iskall,
No, those are my smooth quartz! You don't know how long those. No, don't die! There they are. You silly goose.
Scar builds up the HAB headquarters, which really is best described as a UFO pretending to be architecture. Welcome to episode 62 of Praising Scar Build's show. Alas, DdoubleO is not there to see it. He phoned home, my friends, and phoned hard. One can't base a theme park around the Infinity Portal if the Infinity Portal is not Infinity Portaling. So this week we finally see him complete it, as well as the explanation of exactly how he's done it. I don't know actually if I should spoil that here, it's pretty brilliant and he explains it better than I ever could, but rest assured, it did crash the server at one point in the video.
What we do is, we crash the server. So, yeah, thankfully nobody's on at the moment. Now the server will take a while to come back up.
As advertised, the portal takes him to where his heart most desires. For Chicken, that apparently meant the end. And for Franz the Fox, to whenever the chicken went.
Wait, what?
But for Doc, it turned out to be the good and Jasana dimension. You know, the... let me see. Brain split server.
What are you doing? What? Hi, Doc? Wait, what is this? Wait, welcome, Doc.
It's incredibly sweet to see DdoubleO interact with his old friends, and one can't overestimate the impact of Minecraft with its early gaming YouTube charm. We stand on the shoulders of giant, and Minecraft didn't walk, it ran, and it ran so Hermitcraft can fly. But if you excuse me for a moment, this proves once again that alternative dimensions are a thing, bringing say Evo, SMP Life and Your Brother's Realm he plays on with classmates into the canon of Hermitcraft, meaning that a hermit now can go into the Infinity Portal and basically visit any world ever as a part of the Hermitcraft series. Doc just might take his time getting there, seeing how the regular Hermitcraft still has plenty for him to investigate. Exhibit 1, Stressmonster. Exhibit 2, Stressmonster being kicked out of her own house by a herd of alum cows. Welcome to your base. It's filled with something that's not even in the game.
Why are they floating around the cathedral? There's been... Oh no! No, the villagers, scientists, not the villagers, the scientists are broken in! Or the moon's broken out! I can't tell, but there's more amethyst everywhere!
This calls for all regular cows to be evacuated and dropped into a cow breeder at the Treat Your Cheek ranch. She then meets up with another victim of alien activity, false symmetry. Okay, it's more like Grian activity. The hippies crash their time machine into her park, then blow it up in frustration.
Boss, hook her up with a ride, man. Come on.
Oh, sorry for the inconvenience, of course, False. So here is a free pre-order token to ride the Infinity Portal ride.
Don't worry, she made the hole into a tourist trap. Get it? Because any tourists that fall in won't be able to get out. Her own skills of getting out of things are tested when together with Stressmonster they embark on the escape room adventure Zombie Cleo prepared. Same as Shashwami Karali's duo, same as Joe Hill's, though his round involves much more Lady Gaga than the other two.
Bum 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 bum. Let's see, Miss Cleo, what are you doing? We got these emeralds, they are a design.
It might have taken quite a bit of mental gymnastics, but all groups make it out alive, and with a bit of Grunkle Joe's fortune to themselves. As well as with a realization that Wells Knight is a horse. Later, Karalis hunts down Cleo, but only because he wants her to teach him the ways of the armor stand.
It's like a really rubbish martial art.
It's lucky that the person most involved in the armor stand book happens to also be a teacher in real life. Though exactly how much of her handling children's skill came in handy, I do not know. Cleo's own antics are mostly contained to the basement of the Alien Museum.
Because science.
Inspired by that one bit in Cabin in the Woods film, don't Google it kids, there's a lot of blood. She goes full on seclude, construct, predict. All sorts of cryptids from Slenderman to Zedov make an appearance, and even more are planned. And I'm just laughing here about the basement of False's museum being really a foundation in more ways than one.
Yep, monsters exist, and I have made a facility to investigate monsters.
While on the topic of the members that aren't quite around, I want to point out this little bit in Exuma's episode, where he answers 99 questions about Hermitcraft.
Force Tango to play again! Force him! As much as I would love to have Tango playing on the server with us again, you know, he's found something different that he's wanted to do and he's had a huge success with it, so I can't be nothing but happy for him.
Now, I understand where he's coming from, and it's a good fair point about how these things work. But then, this particular example is entirely nullified, because guess who showed up during Impulse's recent episode?
What's happening? No!
Okay, yes, Poultryman showed up, but I actually meant Tango Tech. He's had a stream on the server where he more or less announced that he will be returning to Hermitcraft on his YouTube channel too. So, looking forward to that. As for Impulse, his time back in the actual timeline is spent finishing the Perfection minigame, which looks less like Perfection and more like Simon Says, get this block and run around the map a bit.
Summarize these a little bit. Okay, so there they retracted, and if we listen, here we go. All right, we should have got a point. Yes, there it is on the board. We got the point. Excellent.
The redstone actually poses very little challenge to him. Even the SZ Petty Lamp scoreboard that he got from like forever ago still works as intended. Therefore, a bigger challenge was found: the Pumpkin Luck Farm slime machines. They get fixed. Then they break instantly. Then they get fixed again.
So that is pretty cool. I need to do that exact thing about 20 more times and try not to trample the crops.
So, on the topic of people who are done, Python is done with the Skyscraper District. No, really, after 20 episodes of it, the Quartz Towers are finally completed, as is a signature creeper face fountain in between them. Now if only Iron Golem stopped invading it, that would be grand.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and dispatch of these guys real quick.
Python's efforts in building giant towers are much appreciated. His somewhat oversized contribution to Exuma's tower bay fits right in. Though X still feels the need to break the oppressive monotone of the district with a multicolored hue gradient of a tower. The locals are a bit too happy about it.
I have never seen this before. What is that guy doing? What are you playing at, buddy? Why can you move so fast?
And now for the weather. It's raining mobs, everybody run.
Yes! Oh my goodness! That seemed like a lot of mobs to me.
Yes, Mambo is back at it again, and the it this time is a mob grinder. All things considered, it's been a surprisingly long time before he made one. This time around, it's a slime block machine flushing system held together by white concrete. Quite a difference from the previous season, seeing how, oh no, there it is, there are the stone slabs. Good one, Oliver.
Gone manic already. I am very curious to see what happens when we flick this lever here.
In the midst of this, Iskall shows up, pretty desperate for someone redstone savvy to validate his accomplishments.
I tried to explain to Grian and he didn't really catch on. I'm pretty sure you as the technical admin and superstar of Sahara will appreciate.
Just so happens that at that moment Iskall just finished what I'd like to call the Sahara accounting kitchen. You know, where they cook their books and all. Really, it's a storage cell variation with a lamp tower, indicating how full the stock of a particular item is. It also keeps the receipts, so you know what was bought. Seriously, a much needed addition for a store that's constantly being bought out. They had restocking system anyway, but now you actually know what needs to restock.
Oh, good grief, this looks pretty fantastic. A little bit about me that you know that storage silos are kind of... They're the sorts of things that get me excited in Minecraft. I don't know what it is about them.
Iskall's breadth know-how is challenged once more though, when he checks out the resultant build of the BdoubleO bet.
Good job!
This button to
Don't push that one! Uh-oh! Back up!
Okay.
Ow!
Though having completed his side of the deal with flying colors, BDubs offers Iskall to keep his diamonds as long as he installs a Sahara level exchange system. that would trade people diamonds for slime, and then departs to try and make birch logs into a block one can build with.
I think we can all agree it's gross. It does work very nicely in a different way. Now this looks nice.
A solid attempt was made. Iskall doesn't take long to put together a solution. A single item barter point must be easy money for someone who wrangles Sahara into submission on a weekly basis.
Let's find out. Oh, the banjo.
I'm comfortable with this. I'm fine. I'm fine. Some people might say, you know, you're selling your soul. I feel fine.
And finally, there's Cupfan, on his quest to get rid of his 90 beacons. Something about giant beams of light that can be switched off seemed just so fascinating to him. Why, he's a fountain surrounded by beacons. He's a wall with beacons shooting through it. He has a tree farm. That one doesn't have any beacons in it. It's just a manual tree farm and it's significantly bigger than before. But really, this is Cupfan. This tree farm is the worst. It's just trees on stuff. There's usually a catch, Cub. Where's the catch? You automated and redstoned everything else ever. What game are you playing with me?
And I think it looks a lot more industrial. It looks a little bit modern too as well, which I really like. Yeah, definitely digging the aesthetic here.
And now that I'm properly medicated, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Hermitcraft Recap. Once again, thank you so much for sticking with the show. I cannot express how much your support matters to us and how big of an impact it had on our lives. The Hermitcraft fan community is doing better than ever and we're incredibly proud to be a part of it. With that being said, this has been ZloXP, this has been Hermitcraft Recap, and if you want to see more of me, here's a link to my personal channel where I have Minecraft Let's Plays. Because of course I do. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed yet, do leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and to be continued. Have a good one, bye bye.